Hello YouTube land and welcome to the Force In Unison Topic of the week. I am one of your hosts, Dantes, and of course joining me like always, my partner in crime, Caleones. How you doing, Caleones?
Hey, how you doing, Dantes? How you doing, everybody? And well, today we're gonna piggyback from something that we were already talking about on the previous podcast. It is that we are nowhere happy at all with GameInformer's top 100 RPGs. Of course, we already talked about that before. We covered it, but Famitsu came with a top 20 RPG list, and there was actually some justice there. So one of our favorite RPGs, or a couple of favorite RPGs that we've had, and are on the list, a lot higher than on the GameInformer list, of course. But it's like some sweet justice that the Japanese actually care for, and about real games, like good games, great games, not crappy games that they wanted to just push on the list like GameInformer did. So we're going to be talking about that. I'm sorry. I know it's I'm kind of emotional about it.
We're here with Pump. Let me really quickly explain what this show is about. It's our new show where basically every Saturday at some point in time, we'll square the time later, we'll be ranting. Basically, we will take one topic from the week in the gaming industry, and me and Caleones are going to rant about it. We can possibly be in opposite sides of our opinion or in the same side like in this one. And in today's episode, basically what Caleones explained, we're going to rant about GameInformer's top 100 RPG lists and compare that list with Famitsu's top 20 RPG list coming from the readers. So Japanese gamers are way better than the GameInformer crappy list. But let's start the show, of course. Caleones, what I'll do is quickly, I'll go over the Famitsu top 20, okay? And we'll go from there. So basically, number 1 was Persona 5, right? Number 2, Dragon Quest 3. Number 3, Chrono Trigger. Number 4, Nier Automata. Number 5, Final Fantasy VII. Number 6, Dragon Quest V. Number 7, Suikoden 2. Number 8, Nier, the first one. Number 9, Persona 3. Number 10, Final Fantasy 15. That one, yeah. Number 11, Xenoblade. Number 12, Final Fantasy X. Number 13, Xenogears. Number 14, Persona 4 Golden. Number 15, Dragon Quest IV. Number 16, Final Fantasy VI. Number 17, Mother 2, which is basically Earthbound. Number 18, Final Fantasy IX. Number 19, Final Fantasy VIII. And look at that. A US RPG closes the top 20 with Witcher 3 at number 20. So let's start with what our opinion with this list. I truly believe this is a way better list than the shitty-ass GameInformer.
Much better. Yeah.
Shitty-ass list. I understand that Persona 5 is number 1 because it's the hottest item, it's the hottest RPG, it's what people have on their brain right now. Admittedly, I do not like Final Fantasy 15 to be here. I don't know why the fuck this game is here. It doesn't belong anywhere in the top 20 RPGs of all time. But way better list than GameInformer's. So go ahead, Caleones. What do you think about the Famitsu list?
Well, about the Famitsu list, it's a lot of games that I play, a lot of games that I love. From top to bottom, yes, Persona 5 is fresh in people's mind. If they do a list 10 years from now, it's probably not going to be among the top 10, might be a little bit higher, but I can understand why it is there. It is still a good, great game, still a must buy for PS4 owners if you love RPGs. But I believe a game like Persona 4 Golden was probably a better game than that one. But yeah, either way, the other list, Dragon Quest 3, Chrono Trigger, Nier Automata, Final Fantasy 7. So it's going from bottom to the top. It's a much better list than the GameInformer one.
Yep, I agree with that. Couple of things. Persona 5, I haven't played it, so I can't give my opinion. I'm planning to play it at some point, hopefully this year, because I wanna see why the hype about this game is all about. I have never played a Persona game. Being an RPG fan, I have never played a Persona game, so I have to put that disclaimer on. But I have played most of the games in this list, which makes me really happy about this list. Games that is missing, in my opinion, hey, Japanese gamers, where's the Lunar love? Lunar Eternal Blue and the original Lunar Silver Star Story. Those are two of the best RPGs of all times. You motherfuckers, you forgot about those? Come on, man. No, you have to include those. Another RPG that I really love. I don't know if it should be on the top 20, but Shadowheart for the PS2. That was a great dark RPG. Early days on the PS2. A lot of people overlooked that one a lot. And the funny part is when they went to part 2, they took the bad ending where well, I'm not going to say in case someone wants to play. Someone dies in that bad ending. And then others see Breath of Fire. Breath of Fire is not in this list. Breath of Fire 3 and 4, two great Capcom RPGs. When Capcom used to make great RPGs, yeah, it was a long time ago. So that's not on the list. Let me see. I don't know. In your opinion, Caleones, anything else that is missing on this list?
For me personally, even though Game Informer does have it as the top 4 game, which is Mass Effect 2, I personally love the game. It is the best one of the trilogy, and it was a great step up from the first one. Part 3, because of the controversy, the controversial ending to it, which I probably prefer if they had stayed with the initial one instead of the extended one. But I believe that one should be there. Everything from the graphics, gameplay to the paths that you had. If you wanted to go, whichever route. If you wanted to be, either dark or light, depending on the type of person that you are. So for someone like you would have gone the dark path, and with your song called Heart. But yes, that will be the biggest omission for me. I haven't. I'll admit this. I can't really say anything about Skyrim. I've never played Skyrim. I was never in my life planning to play Skyrim. But then they decided to put it on the Nintendo Switch, so now I'm gonna have to play Skyrim.
With the Zelda pack. You can be Link. You can use the Master Sword. So that's why now. Well, that aside, I haven't played Skyrim either. But admittedly, I am not a Western type of RPG guy. I'm more JRPG. So that's why this list is way more to my heart. Like, I'm proud of the Japanese readers. They put Xenoblade there in the top 11. Should have been in the top 10. I would have moved it into the top 10, right?
Once, like I said, in 10 years from now, Persona 5 and Final Fantasy 15 are not going to be in the top 10, so Xenoblade is going to move to number 9. So that's where it's going to be.
Here's the other surprise too, right? Xenogears, that I put in my old top 10 RPGs of all time, which I'll be downloading to our channel pretty soon. I put Xenogears as number 1. So people still remember that game. That game was fucking awesome. One of the best RPGs ever. And a lot of people don't remember it sometimes because it was in the PS1 era, right? But yeah, I would put Xenogears and Xenoblade moving into the top 10. Nier Automata, I haven't played it against a new game, so that's why it's probably in the top 10. Chrono Trigger, I think it's fine where it is. Final Fantasy VII. The Japanese are more in agreement with me, because if you ask a Western gamer, typically they put Final Fantasy VI higher than Final Fantasy VII. So I'm liking that. And Final Fantasy 9 on the top 20. I know that's dear to your heart. You fell in love with Vivi in the original Final Fantasy 9 game. So it's good to see some love on it. Final Fantasy 8, I could do without it, and I would put the Lunar games in there, but.
Yeah, we're all friends. But yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, not a bad list. Go ahead, Caleones.
Yeah. No. Like you said, Final Fantasy VIII, I don't think it really needs to be there. I guess it was more so of a technical achievement than anything else when it first came out. But I mean, the cop-out that they had about them all being orphaned kind of ruined it for me. I can tell you, before,
and they didn't remember shit, and then they're like, "Oh, we grew up together, weepy." That was the plot twist, right?
Yeah.
I like the game, but they had, I don't know, the story wasn't that great.
Plus, you end up fighting an enemy that had absolutely nothing to do with anything until the very end. So that was something else that didn't really grab me on it.
Okay, are you ready, Caleones, to rant?
Yes.
I said, are you ready? Because we're going to talk about you're ready, your body's ready. we're gonna talk about that top 20 shitty ass GameInformer list. Let me give the list, of course. Number 1, Skyrim. Number 2, Final Fantasy VI. Again, what I said, Western gamers tend to like Final Fantasy VI more than Final Fantasy VII. They're both great games, but 3rd, Chrono Trigger. Okay, I'm down with that. 4, Mass Effect 2, to your point. 5, The Witcher 3. 6, World of Warcraft. Whatever. 7, Knights of the Old Republic. 8, Diablo 2. 9, Baldur's Gate 2. 10, Final Fantasy Tactics. That's not a bad one. 11, Bloodborne. That game I know is really good. 12, Fallout 3. 13, Planescape Torment. I don't know what that game is. 14, Deus Ex. 15, Pokemon Red and Blue. Come on, man. 16, Secret of Mana. 17, Ultima Online. 18, Final Fantasy VII. 19, Persona 5. And 20, Diablo. So it skews really heavy on the Western type of gamer, right? You see a lot of Western RPGs there, like Skyrim, The Witcher 3.
7
Knights
of the
the
top 10. Yeah, 7 of the top 10 are Western RPGs, and come on, if you go through the entire history of RPGs, who makes better RPGs?
Here's the shitty part, right? You see here, Xenoblade Chronicles, right? Is
83.
80 fucking 3.
83.
83. You got to be fucking kidding me, you motherfuckers. Who the hell made this list? God. And then Xenogears. Let's see. Xenogears is here, right? Yeah. Xenogears is 49. Okay. I can respect that. But that game belongs at least on the top 20. I'm sorry, on the top 20 at least. Look at another good game. Skies of Arcadia. 55. They fucking put Xenosaga, who I believe is Takahashi's worst series, right? If you ask me. Where's Xenosaga? I saw it here. It was like 40 something. Fuck, I'm trying to... Yeah, 41. Ahead of Xenogears and Xenoblade. Like, who the fuck made this list? Like, they don't know how to play fucking RPGs. Again, no fucking Lunar. Why the fuck people keep forgetting Lunar? It just blows my mind and no one remembers Lunar. Mario RPGs in this list. That was a good game, and I believe that was a good omission, a bad omission from the Famitsu.
28. Number 28.
Yeah, so that one should have been here. They put Chrono Cross 59, even higher than Xenoblade. Chrono Cross suck. Chrono Cross compared to Chrono Trigger was a piece of shit. When they did that turn, when the protagonist became the bad guy in a sense, or he was in the bad guy body, I was like, what in the hell? This sucks.
He went turbo.
Yeah, turbo. And look at this shit. Like Dragon Quest 3, that they put it higher over there, is like 99. And then Breath of the Wild, right? They put it 47. Even though I don't think it belongs in this list because I don't believe Zelda is an RPG. It's more of an adventure game. So you gave all this high regards to the latest Zelda game, and then you put him 47? So you're telling me that Xenosaga is better than Breath of the Wild? Fuckers. Final Fantasy X, 35. Suikoden 2, 29, where over there they had it like number 2 or 3. I don't remember right now.
Okay. Well, I got a question for you. That going back to Xenosaga being over there. In the what you're talking about, Chrono Cross. Would you put Baton Kaitos ahead of Chrono Cross?
Which one?
I think it's Baton Kaitos.
I don't know what that game is.
Well, the GameCube game, the GameCube RPG, the one from the same team that made Chrono Cross.
I don't remember that one.
I'm gonna have to send it over here for you so you can see it. But
what the RPG from the GameCube days, Skies of Arcadia. That's the one that I remember. Grandia 2 here. This is one you played.
Yes, I played on the Dreamcast.
It was 54. So again, and you thought that game was really good, and I think again that game is really high. Hey, no dot hack. I know you play a lot of dot hacks games. So anyway, this
Well, I
list
mean,
is
I was
fucking
if you're-
garbage, honestly. But go ahead.
if you're gonna put let's say for example like Breath of the Wild on the list, then you gotta put like the Fantasy Star games as well, especially Fantasy Star Online. And I mean, if I don't remember seeing it on the list, I'm just going back to the list and
No, it is. It is there. It's Phantasy Star 4, the end of the millennium, but I don't think it's the online one.
no, I'm talking about the online one.
Yeah.
that was a groundbreaking game.
I
It wasn't
remember. We both
and-
play it. Yep.
yeah. So where is it?
No, Fire Emblem Awakening. I know it's a new game, but Demon Souls. Yeah. The Pokemon games. I struggle with those ones. Again, no Lunar Love, but you get Pokemon in there. And Pokemon, it's a good game, but it's not a great RPG. It has no story, basically. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Yeah, but that's a great game, too. And they put it 73.
Yes.
Again, I don't know who the fuck made this list. It's like Tales of Symphonia, 89. Golden Sun. Remember Golden Sun? Great Game Boy's Advance game, RPGs. That was a Game Boy was hitting his stride when they pulled those two games, the Golden Sun games, and everybody was like, "Fuck, this shit is awesome." Like they have it, freaking 94, Caleones, 94. Like, who the fuck made this list? I just don't get it. I'm just like, wow. I know a lot of people out there maybe agree with this list, but there's a lot of Western type of RPGs in this list. I don't think the people who made this list did not play RPGs, the overall history of RPGs. They left out or put them too low. Games that were great. So.
The people that made this list, those are the type of people that that people should like do the DDoS attacks. Just like take down their websites, just make them crash. Those are the people you gotta do that for. Don't do it for Jim Sterling for his review of Breath of the Wild. That I'll let that one pass. But this GameInformer list, those are the ones that you need to take down. So people, get your priorities straight. Hack them, not anybody else.
Don't hack anyone. Don't listen to Caleones. He's a little bit pissed of the shitty list from GameInformer. But it is still people's opinion. But we can still talk shit about it. The list sucks, GameInformer. I think what you have is a bunch of dubros over there making a fucking list right now. It's like, who made this shit? Halo fanboys? Call of Duty fanboys? I mean, I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. I mean, positive from the list. They do have some good RPGs in there, like Kingdom Hearts 2, all the Final Fantasy games. I'm struggling with this. This Undertale. It just came out. Like, I know that a lot of people like it, but I don't know. I don't think it deserves to be there. Radiant Historia on the DS. That was a good game. Dark Cloud 2. Look at that. Dark Cloud 2 97. When in the PS2 days, that was one of the games that everybody was talking about, right?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna stop you for a second. I went ahead and send you a message because it's unforgivable. You're gonna forget Ben and Katos. So go ahead and check the link, look at the cartridge and the cover, and so you can be reminded of the game. Come on, go ahead and do it now because you are to yourself. It's an embarrassment.
So we'll be back. We'll do a hard cut and we'll be back. We're quickly back. I just saw what Caleones sent me. I haven't played the game. He's giving me shit that I haven't played the game. I'm sorry, Caleones. I can't play them all. Someday, maybe? Nah, I don't think so. But tell the viewers why you like that game so much.
But it's unforgivable that you haven't played that game. It's in the GameCube era. What were you doing in the GameCube era? Were you like already with a family, work, and everything? No, you had time. You were in college. You were partying it up instead of playing games.
That's the problem. I admit it, and I said it. The reason I feel the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox One era is the worst generation for me is I did not play that many games because I had other commitments, better commitments. Drinking is better commitment than taking on to a 100-hour RPG. I think the only RPGs that I played during the PS2 era was, let me see, Final Fantasy 10, 12, Xenosaga, the first one, which that's why I didn't play the other two because I thought it sucked. Let me
Shadow
see.
Hearts.
Sky of Arcadia, Shadow Hearts. That's about it. I don't remember.
And during the PS3 era, I spent like 3,000 hours on Final Fantasy 11. I played the dot hacks games, the Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine. I played those. I told you to play those. I had them so you could play them, but you said and you didn't have time for them. So yeah, there's a couple of things that we defer on there.
Just to clarify, I was trying to get my engineering degree, so it takes time, just a little bit of effort, just saying, and you have to add beer to that.
And I did the right thing. I got married, so I wouldn't have to wait any other time except for just play games.
That was stupid.
Then I figured I couldn't play enough games, so that got But
Anyway, let's make conclusions. I think we're just rambling now here, discussing about our past. But I think we both feel the same way. GameInformer list just plain sucks. Famitsu's is way better. There's some omissions, but I will forgive Famitsu list because they have better taste over there in Japan, I guess. Thank you, Caleones, for joining me today. And thank you, everybody who watched this crazy-ass video. I think we rambled too much. I'll finish with a little bit rigmarole. Remember that this is our new show. It's basically Force In Unison Topic of the week, where we rant about the latest news in the gaming industry. Of course, this show will be available every Saturday. What time? We'll figure it out. Also, please remember to subscribe, like, and comment so you can make these two crazy motherfuckers happy. Also, remember that we also have another show called the Get In and Get Out Nintendo Podcast right here at the Force In Unison Gaming channel. And you can also download that show at SoundCloud and iTunes, finally. And finally, of course, Dantes, like always, ends up with a beautiful way to end it, which is, please go give some love to my boy Caleones at chiguerosnews.com. With all that being said, thank you, everybody, for joining me. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Have a great one, everyone.